China has emerged as a massive global player. What sort of message do you think that this sends to the international community?
Well, Anna, I think this sends a very mixed message to the international community, but a very unified message to the Chinese people. First, I want to point out that President Hu Jintao is riding along to the army song of the PLA. He's riding in a black limousine that has been made in China. State-run media has been emphasizing that that limousine is made in China, and the license plate on the limousine is 2009. So just another example that no detail has been spared. And this is basically China's opportunity to showcase its new modern military. It has come such a long way in the last 60 years. The PLA is 2.5 million strong. It is the largest military in the world. And we know that China has been spending a lot on growing its military over the last decade. The military budget has been going up 14.5% every year. That is quite significant. And analysts say China's military has progressed more in the last 10 years than it did in the 50 years before that. And we can assume that in the next 10 years, it's going to leap ahead as well. Analysts say it is not yet on par with other NATO countries or certainly the US, but in 10 or 20 years, it certainly could be. It could be viewed as more of a competitor. So that is something that the international community is going to have to take stock in. The US and China are going to have talks to manage each other's expectations. But certainly this is a message not just to the Chinese people that the Communist Party is still very much in power, but a message to the world that China is capable and willing to defend its national interests. Anna.
Emily, certainly people are very proud, aren't they? And some would say that China is just resuming its place on the global scale.
China has certainly assumed its place on the global stage, and very much so. You talked about some of the challenges that lie ahead for China. I think the big question is, where will China be 60 years from now? The biggest question, will the Communist Party still be the one and only party in China? Some analysts think that the Communist Party will be competing with other parties in 60 years. Some people think it will not. Certainly China does have a lot of challenges ahead. The environment, just one big example, healthcare, managing social unrest. We've seen recently some ethnic tension in the far west region of China's Xinjiang province. So China does have a lot of challenges it's going to have to face. This is a very big milestone, but it's got a long road ahead, Anna.
Emily, I just want to ask you a little bit more about the Communist Party. You have spoken recently to some young communists to get their feeling as to where the future of this party is heading. What did they say to you?
Well, I should point out that the Communist Party in 1949 was more of a ragtag organization of revolutionary farmers. They had a lot of experience fighting, but very little experience ruling, and they still faced a lot of opposition in the West and the South, for example. But in the last 60 years, the Communist Party has managed to continue to be the one and only political party in China. It is now the largest political party in the world with 75 million members, and the future of the Communist Party is going to be the young generations, the 20-somethings. Right now, a lot of them are being trained in special party schools. We did have a conversation with them the other day about the Communist Party's future. A lot of them very idealistic, as many Communist Party members are. However, many members of the Communist Party do join the party, it's well known, just for personal gain. A lot of Chinese young people are criticized for caring more about the economy and getting a good job rather than political ideals. So that is something that China is also going to have to manage in the years ahead as it develops its economic and its political system. And as I said, the question remains, will the Communist Party still be the only party in China 60 years from now? Well, those young people are going to be determining that.